Greetings from Edinburgh 500 Open Bible. I'm Isaac Browne and welcome to your midweek meditation. The Kingdom Within, a journey to true blessedness. As we turn our attention to the wisdom that transcends time and space, echoing the Sermon on the Mount that Jesus once delivered. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven, he said. Today we ask ourselves, what does it mean to be poor in spirit in our modern world? To be poor in spirit is to recognize our own spiritual poverty, our need for God. It's the humble acknowledgement that we are incomplete without the divine. When we empty ourselves of pride and ego, we make room for God's love to fill us. So here and now, let us humbly open ourselves to the riches of God's kingdom, which is within each one of us. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. In a world saturated with social media highlights and filtered realities, it's easy to hide our sorrows, but remember, grieving is a sacred act. It's an act of faith to mourn, to believe that our losses and our pain matters, not just to us but to God. When we lay and bare our wounded hearts, we find comfort in the compassionate embrace of our God. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. In society that glorifies power and dominions, meekness is often mistaken for weakness. But to be meek is not to be weak. It is to have strength under control. It's the power to turn one cheek, to love your enemies, and to walk the extra mile. When we exercise the restraint of meekness, we come to inherit a new earth, one where love conquers hate and peace trumps over discord. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. In a world of injustice and inequality, the craving for righteousness is not just a personal yearning, but a collective call. It's not enough to desire justice for ourselves. We must seek it for all humanity. For every time we stand against an act of injustice, we move one step closer to the world God intended. One where all are filled, not just with bread, but with dignity. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. In a world that often screams an eye for an eye, mercy whispers a gentle way. Mercy doesn't simply pardon, it transforms. It transforms the one who receives it. It transforms the one who gives it. Let us strive to cultivate a heart of mercy, for in showing mercy, we become vessels of God's infinite mercy towards us. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. In a world fraught with duplicity and deceit, a pure heart is a radical act. Pure of heart is not naivety, it's clarity. It's focused devotion on what truly matters. When our hearts are unclouded by the distractions of the world, then we can truly see God in ourselves, in each other, and in the wonder of creation. My dear brothers and sisters, the message of the Sermon on the Mount was not just a sermon for a mountaintop, but a guide for the valleys, the plains, and the everyday paths we tread. It is a message that calls us not to a place, but a way of being that brings heaven to earth, here and now, May we embody the teachings, and in doing so, may we bring forth the kingdom within us to the world that so desperately needs it. Amen. Thank you for watching. I hope this week's message blessed your heart. Wishing you a great week ahead.